Welcome back. So in the last section, we have seen that whatever API that you are hitting, it is asking the user ID and passwords. And after entering the correct user ID and password, I am able to access the resource or APIs, right? Okay. So just one point you have to think of. Have you seen any configuration that I have done in the whole project? No. I have just make one changes, that is I have added one Spring Security dependency, and after adding this security as a dependency, my each and every API is now secured. So how this is happening? How the Spring Security is making sure that every API that is getting hit must be secured, must be authenticated, right? So we call it, this is the default implementation of the security, and somewhere in the Spring Security jar file, some classes or some configuration will be there, which is making which is ensuring that each and every API should be secured, right? Okay, so in this session we are going to see what are those classes, what is the default configuration that we are using right now. So for that, I have to search one class, that is Spring Boot Spring Boot Web Security Configuration class. If you see here, it is a part of your Spring Boot framework itself. Okay, so let's open that. So it is coming as a .class file. It means that it is a compiled class, and it is coming from the Spring Security library itself. So if you go down in this class, so on down you will find the default security filter chain implementation. It's a bean. So what it is doing, if you see the line number 56 to 58, it is saying that whatever request, any request is coming, that must be authenticated, right? So this is the part which is ensuring that whatever API that we are hitting is asking the user ID and passwords, right? So this is the default implementation we used to call it. And in this class you see, nothing more important in that. So it may be a case where some of the APIs that you want to be secured and some of the APIs that you don't want to be secured, right? If you see on any website or any application like contact us page, or or any page where some common information is there, you don't want to be secured that, right? You don't want to secure that page. You want that it should be open to all, right? So this is what we are going to learn after modifying this method, so that in the same controller, if this API is secured but some other API must be unsecured, you can say, right? Okay, so let's do that. How? So what we'll do first, we have to create one config class and we have to override this method. Okay, so let's do that. What will I do? I'll create one folder over here, that is package, and I'll say it configuration, right? And I'll create one class over there, security config, and I will give one annotation configuration, right? Okay, so now I will copy the same method that is written over there. So I'll simply copy this method, okay, and I'll paste in my config class. After that, I will make sure that it should be a bean, right? Okay, so what I've done till now, I have just simply copied the method over there and I have pasted in my config class. So now this is not the default one, because I'm going to modify this. I will change the name, security filter chain. Okay, now I will make change in all all the required configuration in this method. Okay, first, since I have copied now, so once you have created this class, so when now the application will restart, it won't be going to call this method now. It will be ignored, and now this method will be running according to this change. Okay, so since there is no change, it is same code, so it won't give you any impact or effect, so that you can identify. I'll add something in that. Okay, so I just want to run this first, so let me start now. So my Tomcat is started. Now I'll go my so coming to browser, I will simply cut it, and I will take this localhost 8082/hello, right? It should ask the username password. It is expected that, and I have Ravi and Ravi1. Okay, so it's running fine. Okay, so now what will I do? I'll make some changes. Before that, I just want to create one more API. I just copy that and simply paste over there. It's not copied. Copy and paste. Now I'll change the name Hello Spring. Okay, and with this is, I want to look, this is secured one. Okay, so I'll simply just changing the name for my purpose, security, and without security. I just want, okay, let me keep the same thing just like earlier. This is with security, okay, and this is without security. So we have seen that this is a secured one, but I want to make it secure. Okay, this is my first API with security. Let me make changes, save it, and restart the server now. And I will try to hit this API now. So since our configuration says every request is authenticated, so whatever I am adding here in the sample controller, it is going to be ask the username and password. So let's do that. Let's see. I'll copy this API actually and go in the browser now, and I'll simply cut it. I'll write here localhost 8082/ the new path. It is asking the same, right? Ravi1 only. Yeah, so this is my first API with security. So it means that it is getting called, we are calling this API. Okay, so we are done with the two APIs, and both are secured as of now, but I want to make this API as a non-secure. So let's do the configuration now. I'll go in the security config. So I will simply replace this, and let me delete this now. Let me paste over there. I'll simply remove this, right? Okay, so what I have done in this, I have requested to Spring Security, hey Spring Security, if any API is coming with this endpoint, mark it for the user ID and password. I mean, this is my secure one API, but if any API is coming with the hello endpoint, so just allow this, permit all, means it doesn't require any authentication. Okay, so now let me run that now. Let's see what magic is happening now. So my started now. I'll go in the browser, simply type localhost 8082/. First I will try to hello. Okay, let's see. As per my configuration, this should be allowed and it shouldn't ask any ID and password. Yeah, this is coming the same. This is my first API without security. Yeah, this log is written over there only. Okay, Now let me hit this one, hello hyphen spring. I'll go there, hello hyphen spring. It is asking the user ID and password, so I will simply give Ravi one, and let's see. Yeah, now it is working. So in this section, what we learn now, how to ensure which API is secured, which API is not secured. So that configuration we are done in this. So there is a many method in that. I will show you all those method in the next lecture. So hope this is you guys are enjoying and doing the things along with me. Okay, so let's see you in the next lecture. Until then, bye.